Outliers, Niiamah Ashong here. It's good to be in space with you. We're going to make sure everyone gets a chance to come and join us. All right, let's go and play. We're almost ready here. I don't think we're fully up. All right, I think we're live now. How's it going, Outliers? Niiamah Ashong here, ready to come and play with each of you. I am excited for what we have in place right now. This is one of the things that I am most looking forward to. And oh, this is cool. I just found out y'all know I play and learn things. But I just found out that we have a split screen kind of mode in my browser. So I'm excited to use that going forward. It'll probably help me be able to uh, leverage and see uh, more of your comments in real time and play with you in real time. All right, cool. So for today, I want to jump on here and change up this one thing here. All right, cool. So we're gonna play. My name is Niiamah Ashong. Thank you so much for being here. I'm the founder of Outliers Edge, which is a movement of incredible individuals who are taking what it is about them and using that to really create what they here on this planet to create, whether it's in their business, in their impact, or for who they are as a person. And what we do is we make sure that we not only make sure that your brilliance shines and it's unapologetically out in the world, but we also make sure you have the systems and infrastructure to be able to do that on a regular basis. Right. And so what we are doing here today is playing in that space. We are just growing in and looking at something that has come online for me. And what's come online here is the freedom that goes beyond perfection. Freedom beyond perfection. Over the last 2 years, I've been very clear with like keeping more or less blinders on. I've been using a flow of using code outreach to go and meet up with new people through my podcast. We've had over, I'll say conservatively, 400 new episodes that have come out in the last 2 years related to this, and I've met hundreds of people through this platform. And what I had going on for a while, and it was serving me really well, was that I'm not going to change. I'm not going to deviate from this path. And people would have lots of ideas. There'd be new things that showed up. And for the first time, I didn't feel any kind of FOMO, fear of missing out, or shiny object syndrome. There wasn't any like I needed to go and do this. In fact, even just doing the live stream was a massive like jump to say like because it changed the platform I was doing. It changed what I was doing on a regular basis. It just felt like it was a much bigger move than what I had been used to. And what ended up coming in the end was this feel of like, okay, we're making forward progress. We're seeing things kind of grow and grow upon itself. And eventually there was something that came up that I'm now kind of categorizing as perfection, which was if I couldn't see how this would work out in the long run, I don't want to do it at all. And that became like a really common theme. I would say to people, I'm like, look, if I can't see how this is going to work out, like it's not worth it. And it still remains true. That the element of it is that I know that if I just keep doing what it is that I'm doing, even if I will naturally get better at it. I will get, I, in the pain of me not getting better at it or not getting the results I want, I will like it unnaturally get better, as in like I will go learn and do things. And if I just stay the path, there's enough time and effort and energy that can compound upon itself that to actually get the results. And I've been hearing this from Alex Hermosi. He talks a lot about like when you change what you're focusing on, like there's a guaranteed cost, but not a guaranteed reward, right? You don't know if you're going to get the benefit of the change that you're doing. So for the last 2 years, I've been like pretty like I'm doing this, being stuck on it. And I think that what I'm feeling right now is a new sensation. And a new sensation, it's a familiar one, but it feels new right now. And that's the freedom to go and create, the freedom to come and not know where this is all going. I just set up a game to go play. I said, I'm going to get 10,000 minutes in it. And as 10,000 minutes live, 10K live, right? And this game is causing me to play to show up in different ways, and in between the times you see me going live, I'm thinking, I'm iterating, I'm having different conversations around the live. And this is where Papa Niiamah shows up. Papa Niiamah likes stability. He's like setting up predictability. He's the part of me that looks to make sure that my family is good while I'm still out here challenging and playing the outlier game. Right? He's a really big reason why Outliers Edge is a movement that it grounds the movement. And so what I'm really enjoying right now is that there's real clarity in how I'm moving forward. But each time I come on live, I'm finding and discovering something a little bit more, something a little bit. It's not like I'm following a curriculum, y'all, with this. Like I'm just hitting live, and then we're going. I have a general idea of a topic, and then we go through. Well, as it goes on, like I also get a chance to see, like, oh, I'm spending time on this. We're at 622 minutes as the beginning of this recording here, toward the that 10,000 minute goal. Right? And so as I'm doing it, it's getting me to think more. I'm like, okay, well, I spent, like, 622. That's 10 plus hours of recording live in the last 2 weeks, and I have way more to go. About 150 more than 150, 160 more to go before the end of the year. So we're at December 4th right now of 2025. I have about 160 more hours to get in. Let's see how we make this happen. As this is going on, it's forcing me to think about new things as well. And I'm realizing that it's not just breaking down perfection and perfectionism, or like having to know all the answers or how it's all going to work out. What it's also doing is that it's opening me up to see results in a faster period of time. Like the window of time between when I'm thinking about things and seeing the results is actually shrinking. And that's in and of itself very invigorating. It's creating a lot of different energy, and I'm feeling the freedom. I'm feeling the freedom to just text someone and be like, "Hey, you want to come on live?" Or, "Hey, what are you doing? You know what? Let's take this conversation that we were having here. Like, why don't we just go live with it?" And I'm enjoying that part of the freedom that's coming beyond the perfection, and that's actually me. Like, this is who I am. I first generation. Like, I have to learn a lot of different things. Not things weren't really handed to me. We had to go figure it out. I had to go figure it out. And so this is actually my comfort zone in many different ways. And not only is it my comfort zone, but I think it's where I shine. It's part of my genius. And so it's fun to come into this space and be able to play with you all in this capacity and in this way. And so I wanted to come in and just highlight that component of the freedom that comes beyond perfection. Like the Earlier today, I had a conversation with one of my peers here, and he runs a what's it called, a test prep business. And we were talking, and I was letting him know, like, hey, like we're getting traction. We're starting to make progress on the live streams. This is where I'm at for the live stream components, but I also have the community to get through, and then also my individual clients. And I told him basically all that I'm trying to get done. And I was honest with him. I was like, I'm not necessarily sure what the next step is. See, I could see the perfect vision. I could see what it looked like at the end. And I had also come to the point of, like, knowing that the old me, the me prior to me, like, popping Niiamah and, like, sitting down and making sure I could stay with something. The old me was quick to flit from one idea to the next. And I knew that like, I started to see just how much work is involved just to get even one idea working. I mean, this is another iteration off of the same idea that I had 3 years ago, and it's still building off of the iterations that I had when I started in 2014 with podcasting in the first place, right? And so there's this component of, like, I don't want to do anything new. And now that I see what it is that I'm going to take on, like, I think I have to free myself to be able to do that, because the vision that I have is not what I'm currently doing, and so I have to take on something new in order to make it come to life. But I can't figure out. I can only see what the end state looks like, and I don't know how to. I can't figure out, like, the components to build along the way. I don't know how to break this down, because all I know is that this is what it looks like at the end. And in my heart of hearts, it was like, would not be stable until, no, we need to have all these. This needs to connect to this, and that needs to go to here. Like, if that's not in place, like, you're lying to yourself, right? And I've been in that place where I've lied to myself about business, and I've done things without actually being able to get the results. And so what came out of this conversation is, my peer said to me, he said, essentially, go ahead and just make sure that there's something happening on every single platform that you want it to happen on. And then we'll go on, and after that's happened, after we've laid the ground level down, we'll take on the next level of the project, which is to then improve it, make sure we're increasing engagement on everything you're doing. And I'm using this kind of in a uh, global sense because we were talking about what to do with the live stream. We were talking about what to do with my content. We're talking about what to do with my with the Outliers Edge community space on school, and it all kind of boiled down to the same things over and over again, which was go take action, go have make sure there's activity happening on each form, be present, be like have a presence in each place. I think that's different than being present, but have a presence in each of those places. And then as time goes on, you can improve what that presence is. Go from presence or go from to engagement. And that was really something that was really awesome for me. I realized that I had been I've been trying to solve for the perfect way to get engagement that I didn't allow me to actually go and just be in activity. And so that's what prompted this year. Once I got that message, I understood. I could see my projects coming through really clearly. And one of the things I like about doing the live streams here is that I find that I talk more concretely. So let me give you real examples. Y'all are seeing behind the scenes here, and I also want to document this for the future. That I can be like, oh yeah, I remember what it was like when it was there, or someone else can watch it and be like, oh okay, Niiamah had to figure this out too. So in particular, what I decided with is firstly, got a chance to decouple a few things. And in the future, maybe I'll have some graphics with you. I can work with the team to get some graphics. See, it's so funny. It's so fun. I got to come in. And I'm like, oh, it would be really easy. It would be awesome if, and then I think about, I think about what I can do the next time, or what I can do three sessions from now. And so right now I would like to be transitioned into a screen share with me walking you through probably like a mirror board where this has already been laid out, or I create it this time and then the next time I talk about this I can just refer back to the mirror board because this journey has already been translated into it. Okay. What we have going on here, sorry. um, so essentially I realized I'm marrying three different ideas or three different things right now. I have a the Outliers Edge roundtables, which I've done as a podcast in the past when I invite people on. I have the live stream all together, and tied to the live stream, I have the 10,000 minutes before the end of the year. I have and I have by actual community. Now, actually, more than three. So I have the community, which is inside the school. There's paid membership within that community. So there's a free level, and then there's paid levels. And so there's what do I do with that? How do I get people? What does that look like? And then there's also my clients, my one-on-one and small group clients, right? So I have it's actually useful for me to share this out loud. So this is how you're seeing what the process is, and you're seeing how my brain is bringing these things into alignment and actually looking to create some additional simplicity, knowing that there's a lot going on. All right, and so what ended up happening, so we have the podcast, we have the live streams, we have the 10K live coming from that. We have the community, the free community, and then we have membership in the community, and then we have clients afterwards, right? And what was taking place was that my old way of meeting people was I would start off with the podcast, and that would lead us to have some coaching conversations that would then take us over to clients, right? So we just kind of skipped everything over. And now it's like, oh, we're having a podcast. You can come on a live stream. There's different steps along the way. And I think if I was gonna, now that I'm saying this all out loud, I can see the journey that people come on with me. It's we have live streams that lead to community, that lead to memberships, that lead to becoming a client, and that's kind of the journey. All right, that's the journey there. It's fun. Not when I put it that way, it feels really straightforward. Inside of the live streams now, we have podcasts that the round tables that I was doing. I used to do it in a podcast format. Now the podcast is actually um a byproduct of the live stream. And it always was. It wasn't like I just had an audio only podcast. I was always doing on YouTube and on I was creating content from it the entire time. But I was thinking of it as a podcast first. Whereas now I think of it as a live stream show, a daily show that we take that happens in here. And so in my mind, I now see oh, and this is where I was trying to piece all these different pieces together, right? And you might have something for yourself where you might be able to see the end vision, but it has a lot of different pieces in it, or you're not sure how all the things line up. Alternatively, Alternatively, you might be in a place where you're like, I just see like what's right in front of me. I don't know where this all could go, but I see what's right in front of me, and this is what needs to get done here. So hopefully, in me sharing out some of these things, it gives you a chance to look at your what you're creating from a different light as well. I'm realizing today I'm looking at myself a lot. I'm noticing me a lot rather than talking to y'all. So let me get myself back into the game here. So what's come what I had what I'm trying to say is what I learned from the conversation with my peer is that I ultimately have a very simple client journey. We meet on the live stream, that leads to the community, that leads to the membership, and then that leads to working with me and the client, either one on one or in a group. From the live stream like materials actually go into the community, and the community people impact the live stream. So I'm looking and I'm talking to the people inside the community, and that's helping us build better, like more relevant materials and talk about more relevant things inside of our live streams. And then or on I don't even want to say live stream, like on the Outliers Edge like daily show. And it goes back and forth, right? They're informing each other. On the other side of it, we also have the content that comes out. So like I'm creating 10,000 minutes of live streaming, but that's actually 10,000 minutes of content, right? I like to say thought leadership, because content, I get content, right? There's something in it. And I would say like when I'm like interviewing someone, that feels more like content. But if you're paying attention, it's actually experience leadership, rather than thought leadership. I'm like leading through the experience. So the regardless of how we choose to look at it, these are my semantics around it that help me feel aligned. Uh, each live stream is an additional second of what can be repurposed in content, and that content can be go out in the world in a lot of different ways, from written to audio to video to written audio to graphics to all these different ways. And so the conversation with my peer, like I was getting I actually just feel like in this moment, I can feel how less complicated this whole thing feels to me. I might be talking about it in a lot of different ways because I can see it in my mind's eye, and I'm trying to see how I can paint that picture for you. And I'm like, oh, what if I just have a picture to give you next time? But what I found is like, oh, we'll create the content. The content is going to live underneath all of this, right? And we'll build. Right now, we just need to get the content live. We just need to, sorry, not live. I shouldn't use that word here. We just need to get it out into the world, right? And let's not worry about optimizing it. Let's not worry about editing it. Let's just get it out first. And then once that's done and we've established the processes and the principles around that, then we can go out to improve it. And I would say that's kind of like the content arm from the live stream, right? We have that. So we're delivering it live. There's no editing in here. There's no scripting involved. We're delivering it live. And then we have the recordings of all of the live. And then we just go and deliver that out in digestible chunks. Let's say that like that's first, like across multiple different platforms and different variations from written to, there's many different ways that we can get across. Let's say that that's the first chunk. Then we have the next chunk, which is really the community and basically the community and membership, right? So this is all exists inside of school. And so in that chunk there, that is really about making sure that each of you have an incredible experience getting to know each other inside the community, co-creating with each other inside the community. I've been trying to find like the right words to describe the Outliers Edge school space. I was calling the Outliers Edge movement, but I was like, it's too that space is too static for it to be the movement. It's where the people of the movement go, but it's not the movement. And that's something I'm like, it's actually interesting. I'm talking about activity. It's like, oh, because there's movement involved in it. And so what I'm seeing there is now we have a space where we have the movement taking place, and sorry, we have a community. There it is. There's a community where the outliers can all go in, and just be a part of the community. And if they want in that same exact platform, that you can choose to come and work with us. You can come become a member, and you get access to private sessions, and like semi-private sessions that we offer just for members. We have an annual retreats. Like you get access to all those things here, and you basically get to go deeper with us, which is fantastic. And then for some people, it's like, hey, there's too many people in the room, or I'm playing at a level where I need a more curated room, and that's where we have the group level and also the one-on-one. Right, and so we have that's kind of fun. It's like we have the live. element of thought leadership or experience creation, and underneath that we have the repurposed content component. Both of those things lead to the community element, and underneath that we have the paid membership version. And both of those things from there, it then leads to becoming a group client or a one-on-one client. That's kind of the game that I play. That's fun, by the way. I can visually see that right now. If I was good at creating these visuals, I'll just like make it right now in front of you all. But that's not my game. Hey, glad to see that you've come to join us on the live stream here. Leave a chat. Let us know where you're from, what's going on right now, and be happy to incorporate you as you can. So this is really now what I'm finding is that all this all that is taking place is because I was no longer tied to having to get it right the first time. I was no longer tied to seeing the entire thing from A to Z right off the bat. Instead, we started out with 10,000 minutes and I'm like, "Oh wow, that's a lot of time. I have to just start." And each time I do it, I'm finding out something new and I'm finding a level of freedom with it. And so when my peer came to me and said, "Hey, like now the like right now you just want to get activity out on everything. You want to make sure your content is out on every single platform that you wanted to be on. And then we look for engagement." I realized that like that was the unlock. That was the unlock that I was experiencing even here in live, right? It's like I just needed to hit record first. And when I hit record, I was like, oh, I can have a QR code, or I can put in a banner. Oh, like I can bring other people on. Oh, this feels nice, so on and so forth. And I started to figure out how do we go and move that into a place where people can be more engaged. Then we have the recordings, and it's like, okay, well, let me just get it out into the world first, and just be happy that it's out there. And then after it gets out there, then we can go and talk about what does it look like to edit it even more, rather than just clip or clip it. What does it look like to get like better SEO or change the headlines or test thumbnails? Like all those things, I got to go and experiment with. And so that's now increasing engagement. Same thing with the community, right? Like, let's just get the community going. We'll have posts in there. We'll have conversations that are unique to that community space. And then we get to say, how do we increase the engagement? Well, that's where the membership comes in, right? And same thing with the coaching. And when it gets to the client stuff, I think it looks a little different, but like it is essentially the same. Get it started and then improve it. Get it started and then improve it. And so that has been leading to just this awesome feeling right now, this awesome feeling of freedom, of getting into things and growing from there. And so I wanted to come and share it with you all. It's funny. I note to myself that that part of me is like, oh wow, this is really just you like sharing out. You're not like actually like teaching. And a part of me is like, should I be teaching more? Should I be bringing that in more? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play with. I know that this conversation right now, as it currently stands, I feel complete in it, and I don't want to go and make it any longer than it is. I feel myself like looking at the time, but let me see what I can do to make sure I don't look so hard next time. Um, there we go. I just full screen myself, so it's a lot harder to do that. But I know that this conversation is complete as it is, and I want to invite you to essentially, I want to invite you to just get started. There's a level of what this will be, what will happen once you do it. You're seeing me actually in the process. I said earlier, I did hundreds of podcast conversations. It's just this. It's the repetition. It's the iteration. It's getting better each time along the way. I finally remember to bring water into one of these calls. Like, oh, my voice gets dry. So there's these things that take place, and I'm just really excited for the activity that comes out of this. And I think that like Papa Niiamah recognizes the stability that comes once you're actually in motion. It's like you can move a car that is actually in motion, but it's a lot harder to do it when it's stopped. I've been trying to do too much for when it's stopped. So now I'm going to ask you here, we'll end this conversation on this note here. Where in your world right now are you waiting to have every single step laid up? Are you looking for perfection right now and trying to see what it needs to look like when you actually achieve it, as opposed to just starting to take action and allowing yourself to get activity in there so that you can start getting the data to then go and level things up from there. We'll play these things out more in the ongoing conversations. Know that I'm appreciative of you. Until the next time we talk, actually, before I say that, I'd love to see you come and join us inside of the Outliers Edge community. And you can find us over at school.com/outlier or outliersedge.com/guild. That will take you into our community and we can go play from there. Um, hmm, Hmm, something just clicked on and clicked in my mind where I'm like, oh, maybe the whole thing is just a guild. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for playing, and I will see you at least tomorrow, if not later on today. Until the next time we talk, be you on purpose. Journey on. I just realized that I'm not in the screen where I can end any of the live stream. So now, journey on. Be well.